where would you learn how to read these words? I might be cheating in this video. First, it was tread bucket. Please do not send me to jail. September is my month. This is the 6th, and then this is a 3, so 8. My brain is very small. Did the board game hear me threaten? Hi friends, are we ready for another round of TBR board game? Yay! I'm really trying to hype myself up because the last couple of months that I did the TBR board game, I landed in jail and I was not happy about it. Were they good recommendations from my husband? Yes. But was I happy about having to pick up his recommendation? Absolutely not. I am a contrarian. You know what? He recommends me something, I purposely go out of my way not to take the recommendation. He's so mad. I know he's mad. Husband, when you watch this, when you listen to this, I mean, you already knew what you got yourself into when you married me, all right? Cool. Great. I will never forget how mad he was. Okay, he wasn't really mad, but he was just flabbergasted when he found out I read Villains Are Destined to Die, her recommendation from Lauren, another booktuber. And then he goes and he was telling me, I recommended that to you a year ago. A year ago. I don't know what to, I had no comment. No comment. Yeah, anyways, so hopefully this month will be a little bit better. I won't land on jail again, and hopefully I get some picks, my own personal picks in there, okay? Because I have to say, I think the first time we went into jail, it wasn't that bad. It was a manhwa, but the second one was a game, and that game, it was intense, and I got addicted to the game. It's hard. It's kind of like a series. When you play a game with a storyline, there's also a series in the gameplay, and I really liked the gameplay and the characters and the people we meet. So I ended up playing it more than I would have if it was a book. So we had that issue going on, and that's probably why this month I was slacking a little bit. It is the end of August. I believe today is the 27th. So we have 4-ish more days before the month is over, and I still have to finish The Queen of Nothing and The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. So yeah, I'm gonna get cracking on those books right after this. In fact, if you guys have not seen me around BookTube recently last week, or by the time you watch this video, yeah, it'll be September 1st. So if you have not seen me as much in the comment section lurking, putting my long-winded comments all the time, just know it's because I have made it my mission to finish these books. So no watching for me until I finish some of the books, which I don't think that's actually healthy, but reading is supposed to be fun. Why am I making it a rule for myself? Good reflection point, but I'm still gonna keep with my little, my little thing that I kept to myself and continue on with this TBR video because that's what this video is about. Every time I sit down and film, I feel like I go on like 1 to 2 minute long tangents, and we'll see if I end up cutting that out. I don't think I will. Moving past all that rambling, let's talk about the books that I know for sure I want to read in September. Both of them are going to be buddy reads, and then one of them is also a book club pick for September from the Ellenmade book club. Let's talk about the book club pick / my buddy read with Subha. Subha's here on YouTube. She has a lot of really cozy, fun videos. I really love her vibe. I really like her style. Her videos are so precise, and the way she talks about her book is just so clear, and her thoughts and her opinions about it, very straightforward, very clear. I also really like her technical videos a little bit too. I already know about Caliber. It's really funny. I left a comment in one of her videos. The software she uses is Caliber. Tell me why. Ever since I was like in 10th grade, so that is like what, 14-year-old Mimi, I thought Caliber was Calibre. Yes. To be fair, it was not written the same way Caliber, like Excalibur, was written, so it didn't click in my head, but apparently it's pronounced Caliber, not Calibre. Once again, my ESL is coming to me, biting me in the butt. But where would you learn how to read these words? Like, honestly, unless someone is reading it to you who knows the perfect pronunciation of all words, how are you supposed to know how to pronounce all these words? Like, first it was tread bucket, then it was caliber. I just learned how to pronounce caliber like literally weeks ago. Shocking detail aside, I will be reading, did I even tell you guys what I was reading? Definitely not, because I would know, because I would be struggling with the word. I will be reading Clytemnestra as part of Ellenmade's book club pick for September, but also as a buddy read with Subha. Now, the second book I'm going to be reading in September as a buddy read is going to be Caraval with Ashley Beck's Read. I've talked about her on my channel before, as briefly mentioned as someone who not recommended to me because I don't want to do her dirty like that. I heard that she was reading There Is No Ethan Schumann. Let's just say neither of us really like that book, but the premise was interesting, and that's why we both kind of got into it. So once again, last time wasn't an official buddy read, but this month we will be officially buddy reading Caraval together. And actually, I took this as a sign because I realized that you weren't supposed to read Once Upon a Broken Heart before Caraval. So Once Upon a Broken Heart is actually one of the picks from my August TBR, but I am currently at the state where I don't think I can finish it because it's already at the end of the month and I have 2 other books to finish. Honestly, I am reading burnt out a little bit, but that's fine. I think I'm gonna put that in the back burner, especially since there were so many wonderful booktubers who have just mentioned to me to remind me that TBRs are just a guideline and we don't have to stick and follow to it, especially if we're feeling that reading burnout. So thank you, Melanie from A Dark Corner of the Library, for reminding me this. Otherwise, I would be probably struggling to finish it, especially since given that this weekend I'm a little bit busy. We're gonna hang out with some friends that came back to the city and whatnot. And I already have 2 pretty big books to finish, such as The Queen of Nothing and The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. So I don't think I would do Once Upon a Broken Heart justice. But also, Love Lauren was gracious enough to give me the go ahead, the shining light for me to realize that I should just drop Once Upon a Broken Heart for sure, because Once Upon a Broken Heart has some scenes or dialogue that would spoil what would happen in Caraval. So I think it's good that I actually didn't have the chance to read it yet, because otherwise I would have spoiled myself for Caraval. So I took it as a sign from Lauren and from everything in life that maybe it's just not meant to be. So this month I'm going to read Caraval and not be spoiled because I did not read Once Upon a Broken Heart last month. So I'm really excited about these 2 buddy reads / book club pick reads. So I have somebody to talk about any emotion and anything I feel going into the book. And without any further ado, I know what you guys are all here for, which is the board game. Now let's quickly go over to the board game, set it up, and play the board game. Hopefully, please do not send me to jail. Send me to somewhere on the board that I will be so happy with. All right, I am begging you, board game, please. All right, friends, we are back at the board game. Now, let's quickly go over my game piece for the month, which is this adorable little trash can from Honkai Star Rail. My husband got it before I started playing the game, and I ended up stealing it because I thought it was so cute. Like, just look at him. Now I'm gonna go ahead and choose a card for my goal spot. I will be shuffling this deck of cards. This is my TPR card. Quickly give it a nice little shuffle. And then I'm gonna pick a random card from the deck. I'm gonna pick something a little bit closer to the end. And then now this is going to be the prompt for the goal spot. It is pick based on cover. Okay, this is a really fun one. I really like this pick. All right, now that the board is set up, let's get rolling our first prompt. This is the 6, and then this is a 3. So 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Random number 8 to Z. And then let's proceed on to our second roll. Wait, no. Actually, that was wrong. Hold up. It was jail, and I think we did this die and then this die, right? So it was originally these 2. I don't know. Post-editing Mimi is going to have to figure that out. But I think I actually rolled 9, right? 6 plus 3 equals 9. Yeah? Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. And this one is downloaded on my Kindle. So it is an existing book that is on my Kindle right now. Even though I'm approaching 30, I feel like I should know how to do basic arithmetic now, but apparently I don't. So that was a little bit of a struggle, a little bit of a whoopsie doopsie, but we landed on downloaded on my Kindle. And what that means is that it's a book that is already on my Kindle and I have purchased it, or it came from the library already. So I don't need to go out and find where it's at or download it. Again, this is a way for me to tackle books that I already have on my tablet. Now let's go and take a look. We have Pachinko on the screen right now because I just finished Pachinko and I'm gonna turn it on. And funny enough, we actually are on airplane mode right now. And it has been on airplane mode since I want to say a week and a half ago, because the Pachinko was due to be returned back to the library about 2.5 weeks ago. It was a dense book. I took quite a bit of time finishing it. So what I did instead was put it on airplane mode and return the book. If you guys did not know, putting your Kindle on airplane mode allows you to keep the book longer, and the minute you turn it back on, it gets removed from your library. So that's a little bit of a hack around, you know, being able to keep the book a little bit longer. If you find that you are taking a little bit more time to finish the book, that is definitely a good recommendation. Anyways, let's talk about the books from my library, and I'm gonna show you guys the books I have in my library. We have a lot. I downloaded a lot of books. Some of them are from Stuff Your Kindle Day, and I already know what book I'm going to pick. It is going to be this one, The Broken Ring, Volume 2. I purchased this when it was released, which was back in July 12th to be exact, because I put it in my calendar and I put it on my planner, but I have not been able to read it. I'm honestly so happy I got downloaded on your Kindle, because now I can read this for sure as part of September. So that is my first pick for the month of September. And now let's get on to rolling for my prompt number 2. This is another 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Romance. Oh my god, I got such good picks this month. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, last month I'm a little bit burnt out, and I'm so happy I got some really good picks this month. We landed on romance. Are you serious? Did the board game hear me threaten not to play it next month or something? Because now I'm landing on things that like are getting me so hyped up. Like, I love it when things are out of my boundaries and things that are out of my comfort zone. But also, I'm feeling a little burnt out in the past couple of months with a lot of the reading we did, because I've read a couple of dense books, all right? My brain is very small, and we read 1984, and then I read Pachinko, and I think those books really kind of wore me down a little bit. So I'm so happy for the lighter read that I'm having for the month of September. I'm so happy. We have romance, and I'm not going to do any library loans. In fact, I am going to go over to my TBR cart, and we are going to pick King of Sloth. Oh, we're finally gonna read King of Sloth. This is also pretty. All right, reading romance dens is completely different than reading a historical fiction where it's more literary, because I feel like I can't turn my brain off on some of the pages. Like, Pachinko really left a lot to think about, whereas if I read this, I'm reading it for a good time and a fun time, and I could probably turn off my brain when I read some of the scenes here. So I'm just saying. Also, I wanted to read this like so many months ago, and I just couldn't find the time or place to squeeze it in. So September is my month. Like, I'm so happy. So King of Sloth will be my next pick for prompt number 2, which is romance. And let's roll for the very last one. I'm so excited. I really hope it's something good. All right, guys, I really hope it's something that will get me so hyped, because so far we are 2 for 2. We just need the last one to hit. Okay, now let's roll our very last roll. All I pray is that I don't land on 2 1s, because if I land on tail again, I might be cheating in this video. All right, are you guys ready for the next roll? 2 plus 4, that's 6. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we ended on YA for the very last prompt. We hit YA. Oh my god, my third prompt is YA. I am so excited because I have a book. I have the perfect book for this prompt, and it is actually also on my Kindle. It is going to be Powerless. Hold up, let me see if I can do this. It's going to be Powerless. I have it also on my Kindle because it just came in sometime last month, and I put my Kindle on airplane mode basically immediately right after I got all 3 of these books, because I know I wanted to read them last month or something like that, but I already talked about how I didn't have time last month. But I'm so stoked because Powerless has gone into my library queue like 3 or 4 times at this point, because I just haven't had the time or the prompt or guidelines to steer me towards Powerless. So this is perfect that Powerless came in. I got the YA prompt on the board, and also if it's just not the way the universe is telling me to read Powerless, like, I also have the newest hardcover edition of Reckless, which is the second book in the trilogy. You might ask, why did I get Reckless? I actually got this at a free little library. I was just little library browsing. Pro tip, by the way, if you guys have a lot of little libraries near you, little free libraries, I always recommend keeping a book in your car. So I usually have 1 or 2 books. I think this book, Holes, is gonna go into my car and I'm gonna put it onto the shelf. But I saw this book in a free little library, and I was I was shooketh. It's because it's like brand new, spanking brand new condition. I don't know why. Maybe they didn't like it, which I hope they didn't. I want to like it, but I hear that people like powerless more than reckless. So the universe is sending me a sign. September is going to be my month. I guess, board game, you are safe. You are safe for September, and maybe I'll pick you back up for October. We'll see. I don't know. We'll have to see how I fare with this month, but I think I'm gonna do really well. In fact, I think I'm gonna have a lot of free time to read because I got a lot of books that I'm really hyped about that I know will be smooth and easy reads. So excited for that. And I think with this, I am going to end the video off here. Thank you so much for watching my video. And if you guys like bookish content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye!